Thank you for joining us again on the newsroom. I am Simisola Dikon. Amid the current face-off between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASUU), the House of Representatives has appealed to the Ministry of Labour and Employment and the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASUU) to adhere to the clauses and provisions of the previous Memorandum of Understanding and the Memorandum of Action in the interest of Nigerian students and the education sector in Nigeria and call off the warning strike. The House also jointly mandated its committees on labor, employment and productivity and tertiary education and services to interface with the Ministries of Labor and Employment and Education, civil society organizations, Nigeria Interreligious Council, NIREC, and ASUU to address the outstanding issues that are precipitating the current warning strike by its members. The federal government has suspended the salaries of 243 workers who failed to participate in verification exercise as they are suspected to be ghost workers. According to the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, the supposed ghost workers were uncovered in the Ministries of Information and Culture, Labor and Employment, Agriculture and Rural Development, Education, Works and Housing, and Youth and Sports Development. Of the total 243 suspected ghost workers, 91 were recorded in the Ministry of Labor and Employment, while 48 were from Information and Culture Ministry. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has said the second Niger Bridge plus the Lagos-Ibadan and Abuja-Kano expressways will be completed within the next 12 months. Fashola stated this at the town hall meeting on the achievement of the federal government in infrastructure development organized by the Ministry of Information and Culture in Abuja. The Minister of Works noted that efforts are being made to ensure their completion before the end of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. The federal government says childhood vaccination, including administration of vitamin A, will now be done alongside COVID-19 vaccination at COVID-19 vaccination sites. This was announced by the Minister of Health, Osage Ehanire, on Tuesday at the launch of the Skills 2.0 strategy in Abuja. Ehanire said the process is to ensure that while controlling the transmission of COVID-19, Nigeria does not become a fertile ground for outbreak of childhood vaccine preventable diseases by rapidly increasing routine administration uptake alongside COVID-19 vaccination uptake. The federal government, in partnership with the World Bank, has launched a multi-sectoral crisis recovery project, additional financing aimed at supporting the Northeast states to rehabilitate as well as improve critical service delivery and livelihood opportunities in the region. Speaking during the launching of the project in Abuja, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Farouk, said the project was designed within the framework of the federal government's commitment for continued support to Borno, Adamawa and Yobe states by providing humanitarian and long-term economic recovery. In international, authorities in Sri Lanka are imposing rolling power cuts across the island nation as its deepening financial crisis leads to shortages of fuel and handicaps its power grid. The country's Utilities Commission Chairman, Janaka Ratnayake, also said the shortage of fuel is causing this issue, while adding that the country is having a fuel crisis, not an electricity crisis. In the past few days, many Sri Lankans have been forced to wait in long queues in the capital of Colombo and its suburbs to obtain fuel for their motorbikes and vehicles. Some fuel stations remain closed as they have not received new supplies. In sports, the Nigeria Judo Federation has concluded plans to start the national trials for the 2022 Commonwealth Games, which begin today, Wednesday, at the Sports Hall of the Molade Okoya Thomas Teslim Balogun Stadium. Judokas who arrived in Lagos on Thursday for registration will jostle for placement in the 7-weight men and women categories. President of the Nigerian Judo Federation, Musa Oshodi, said athletes from across the country will take part in the trials, which is the only platform to pick the country's representatives at the Games. The 3-day event will end on Friday. That's the latest on the newsroom. Join us next time for more news updates. Thank you for watching.